For the yogis from abroad, during a particular week, there are Dhamma talk, interviews, and on Sundays there is usually a Dhamma discussion. Since Sayadaw has been very busy, it has been quite some time that there has not been a Dhamma discussion, maybe for the last 2 months. Because during this Buddhist culture session, all these activities for the foreign yogis at Pandita Rama are stopped, because Sayadaw and other Sayadaws are very, very busy. But today, in order for the foreign yogis to gain general knowledge, Sayadaw holds this Dhamma discussion session. Sayadaw said, one yogi may ask not more than 2 questions. So you want to ask these 2 questions? Yeah. Carol, C-A-R-O-L. C-A-R-O-L ပါလေအားဆိုင်ပြီးတော့ကောင်းကောင်းမှတ်နိုင်အောင်ဆိုပြီးတော့မှတ်နိုင်အောင်စေရမှာမနာဘူးရဖောင်းပင်ကိုတွန်းပြီးတော့မှတ်ပါတယ်တမိတ်တော်ဒီမှာဖောင်းပင်ရှည်ပြီးတော့ပူပြီးသားအောင်ဆိုတော့တွန်းမှတ်ပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါတဘာဝကြပါတာတမိတ်လုံးတော့对，这个လေးပင်တော်စိတ်ကိုစစ်တိုက်ဖို့နီလာအချို့သင်ကြားပေးပါနောက်တော့ဆက်လိုက်ပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒီမှာမိထားတာကတက်မှာတစ်ဆက်တည်းညောင်းနေသောကိုယ်ခန္ဓာကို လက်လျှော့ရန်မြင်သည့်အချိန်တွင်လက်လျှော့ရန်သိနိုင်ပါမည်နဲ့ဒီမှာကသူရေးထားတာဥစ္စာပါကျွဲသားတွေကိုဥစ္စာပေါ့ဒီဖောင်းပိန်ပို့ပြီးတော့ရှည်လာအောင်ပို့ပြီးတော့အာသနာအောင်တမင်းလုပ်ပြီးတော့မှတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါကိုပြောတာတမင်းဒီလိုဘာမှမလုပ်ဘူးဒီသဘာဝတိုင်းရှိလို့ပေါင်းကြလာမှာဒီတိုင်းလည်းပေါ့ပြင်ကြတော့မှဒီတိုင်းလည်းဒီလိုဘာမှမလုပ် The first question from Carol is, when noting the rise and fall, in an effort to make the observation piercing and specific, I see that sometimes I manipulate the muscles to create a longer and stronger sensation to observe. Is it all right? Sarah said, one must not force the rising falling. It must be natural breathing. When it is natural way, when the stomach rises, you have to note rising, rising. When it falls, you have to note falling, falling. But there should not be any forcing. This kind of problems can crop up. In order not to have this kind of problems crop up, Buddha taught with regard to the place for sitting, the posture for meditation. And he also taught that when you are noting or when you are contemplating, you must note on the object as they are, with concentration. That's all Buddha said. And Buddha further said, you must not force the object so that it will become permanent. And what are the suitable places for meditation? There are three as taught by Buddha. One, in a forest. Two, under a tree or near a tree. Three, in a secluded place where there are not many people around.
Buddha yogi so ya Sangyo Ariya Buddha Saine Ariya Buddha Saine Ariya Buddha Very careless
For the beginners yogis, there are 4 postures. You all know about this. Among these all 4 postures, Buddha said it is most suitable to do the sitting meditation. And Buddha taught this precisely. And Buddha also taught how to do the sitting. As you all know the posture now. It is not really cross-legged. One leg must not be on top of the other. Not be on top of the other. It must be apart like that. Otherwise, you will feel the pain. Okay? But in this country, there is a way the lady yogi sit. But Buddha has never said a particular sitting posture for the ladies. Okay. And how the Buddha taught to sit like this is to enable the yogi to sit longer. And what is more important is not to sit in a very tense manner. Otherwise, pain will come up very quickly. And also the Buddha said, your body must be erect, like a post, straight, erect, 90 degrees. It must be like a stone statue, okay? Because your bones, your backbone, spines, the joints must be exactly on top of another. Otherwise, you will feel pain. Painful sensation will come up very quickly. Now, if your body is a little bent, unpleasant sensation may arise in a very short time. Because with your bent body, your skin, your nerves may be tight, because they are not, they may be stretched, so that you will feel the pain very quickly. That is why you have to sit erect. Your spinal sections must be on top of one another, straight. Buddha taught this so that the yogi will not feel the painful sensation straight away, so that the yogi can sit for a long period. And Buddha has taught further to keep your mind concentrated at the place of your body where your meditation objects are. In this center, we practice according to the techniques laid down by late Mahasi Sayadaw. So this way, the object is rising falling. The main primary object is rising falling. Rising falling appear on your belly. That is why at the beginning, when you start practicing, when you start noting, your mind must be on your belly where rising falling occur. It is like trying to meet a guest who is coming to visit you. You must go to the place where the visitor will arrive, and you must be there at the time when visitor arrives. Similarly, when you are noting rising falling, you must be there at your belly. Your mind must be there at the belly, and you must note the rising falling at the moment of occurring. As rising occurs, you must note as rising without missing. When falling occurs, you must note as falling without missing. Then only it will be like welcoming or meeting your guest at the time of his arrival. So, in this case, of noting rising falling, since rising falling occurs because of breathing in, breathing out, it is necessary to breathe in, to breathe out the natural way. In other words, you must not slow down your breathing. You must not hurry up your breathing. And you must not stop your breathing. You must breathe in a normal way, in a regular way. Then only it will become a natural breathing. And you must not force the breathing at all. You must not do anything to force the breathing out. So, when rising appears, as you breathe normally, you have to note the rising process with concentration. And your mind must be very close to the rising process. Your mind must not be away from the rising process. When falling occurs, you have to do the same thing. Your mind must be very close to the falling process, and your mind must fall concentrated on the falling process. Now, from where to where we must note the rising process? It is to note the rising process from the beginning of the rising process up to the end of the rising process. How must we note the falling process? We must note the falling process from the beginning of the falling process up to the end of the falling process. In other words, the beginning and end are like demarcation at the boundary of rising and falling. But we have to understand that we must not note the beginning, the middle, and the end of the rising and falling. Here, what Sayadaw would like you to know is, the object is not the beginning, not the middle, not the end. The object is the entire rising process, entire falling process. We have to understand this. Are you clear?
It's not three parts.
No.
Three parts.
No, you do not know three parts. You know only one. How many? So in the so in the Western countries, they have little difficulty in practicing because they note the beginning, they note the middle, and they note the end. And these three are not the object. The real object is the rising process or the falling process. That is why they have difficulty in practicing.
ကျိုးခလုံးတွေမှာဒီမှာဆိုစိတ်သက်ရှင်နေဆိုရဒီလိုလိုညနေလေးတွေအဲ့ဒါကိုကြည့်ဒီလိုကဒီလိုမြတ်တဲ့လူပဲဆိုတာကိုဒီနားလေးကိုကြည့်အဲ့ကိုပဲစိတ်ဒီညနေလေးပြင်ပြီးတော့ဆင်ပြီးဆန္ဒလေးပြရဒါတရားဥပဒေတွေကပြည့်စုံနေရတယ်စိတ်ကအဲ့ဒါ
When Seattle said, your mind must fall concentrated on the object, and your mind must be close to the object, what he really means is, to be able to do this, you need two prior factors or mental energies. So you must have these two factors or the mental energy before you practice meditation. Maybe a little before you start to practice, or maybe quite some time before you start practice. What are they? They are the faith and your desire or intention. Now, what do we mean by faith here? We must have faith, we must have conviction to the effect that when we practice meditation, our mind becomes clean, clear, and we gain 7 kinds of benefits. We must have this kind of faith fully, completely, and we must accept this phenomena. Now, when your mind becomes clear, clean, in a true manner, it means that your sort of impurities of the mind are clear. Your minds become clean. It is very good. And Buddha himself has guaranteed that if you practice meditation properly, you will gain this kind of benefit. So, since Buddha has given this benefits, taught about these benefits, and out of these 7 benefits, the first benefit is a clean mind, clear mind. So we must cherish, we must put a value to this point, and we must have this conviction of faith even before we start practicing meditation. We must understand this. We must believe in this. And also, since meditation brings about a clean, a good mind, we must have urge, we must have strong desire to practice meditation. These 2 factors one must have even before one starts practicing meditation. Intention. You must. Yeah. In other words, to have your good, clean mind, so you must have intention, okay, to achieve this.
Dawa Dama Ukura. You are Yogi and the other machine, saying young no one can we see in the consequence of what happened. You are going to Dala, there are looking too much. Sequence in Lula. There are sequence in the Sana. I want a sequence in the you want to get a Sana. Nena, you never Sana. Nena, you
those who are health conscious, they believe that if they do exercise or whatever, their health will become good. And similarly, the yogis must have the same kind of attitude. The health conscious people, they find a way, like exercise or whatever, and when they do that, they know exactly what the result is going to be. In the same way, those who are going to practice meditation, they have to believe that the impurities in their mind will go away when they practice meditation. So we have to believe the benefits of Satipatthana meditation before we practice meditation. And also we must believe in the method of practicing. And also we must have strong intention to achieve these benefits, to the effect that when you practice meditation, we will gain clean mind, good mind. And also this intention must not be a little bit only. If your intention is not strong, your practice will not be proper. Your intention must not be halfway. It must be a complete intention, so that when you practice meditation, you put full effort into it and you will gain the benefits.
She got a little bit for other people. She needs how she is. Yes, and I just main object that from the for the eye. But that's really a fun as it is. She could eye, she was a figure. Don't eye, sit don't eye. Second. Sananchi Sanapiyam you know, you are here. She may I want to see you as a director, I will be sure to see as a don't go. Young boy, there is yoga one. She looks here. Probably she said, collect rather than she said, collect.
So when you are complete with these two factors, you will reach a meditation center. You will go to a meditation center. When you arrive there, as you note the main object of rising falling, you will send your mind, or you will push your mind to the object. And this is what Sayadaw calls heroic effort. you put effort like a hero does, so that your mind will go towards the object. Now, it is not only enough to push your mind to the object. You must aim your mind, or you must focus your mind toward the object, so that your mind will go straight into the object. Okay? And this is what Sayadaw said. You must breathe normally, the normal way, and you must concentrate, and your mind must be close to the object. For example, when you shoot the arrow, you have to keep your body in a firm way. Then what you do, you aim towards the target, and when after aiming, you let go of the arrow, release the trigger. So if you have put enough effort and aim correctly, what will happen is the arrow will hit the bullseye. Then you feel very satisfied, especially for those who have been practicing arrow shooting for quite some time. Then what happens is, when you hit the bullseye, you score the highest mark. In a similar way, you have to do the same thing when you practice meditation. Put effort and push your mind, that is, push your mind towards the object, and aim your mind towards the object, so that your mind will go straight into the object. Now, you do this many times as you practice. So you do this so that you will gain these two factors. And you practice more so that it will become strong. These two factors will become strong. And you do this so that these two factors will be there many, many times. And this is known as development of the mind.
အဲ့ဒါလေးကြီးထုတ်နေတယ်ကသွားမထုတ်တဲ့သဘောကြီးအဲ့ကိုထားလို့ပြင်ပန်းနွားကြီးရဲ့သဘောနဲ့ကြည့်ပြရပါတယ်အဲ့ကြည့်ပြတဲ့သဘောအော်လည်းမသိနေတဲ့နေတော့မဟုတ်တာကြီးချက်ပြီးတော့ဒီကြည့်တော့ပိုင်းအဲ့လိုအရင်ကတည်းကဒီကစစ်စီးနေတဲ့တော့အင်းတွေကတော့ဒါမျိုးရှိတယ်အဲ့ဒါကြီးတော့လည်းဒီငင်းပြဝိရိယရှိနေအပြည့်တွေတော့အောင်နေပြီးတော့ဒီအောင်လည်းမသိနေတဲ့နေလို့ရှိတယ်ဘယ်ခါဒီလိုချက်တယ်အဲ့ဒါကြီးတော့အောင်နေစက်ကနေစက်ကနေအောင်နေ
So you have concern for this every second. When you are really concerned, your mind will not become lax. And also, your mind will not shrink. It will not become sluggish. In other words, you will not become bored. You will not become lazy. And you will not become, your mind will not become weak. And when you are putting the effort and aiming towards the object, you are like having victory over the laziness or the boredom. When your mind and the object are face to face, you are not having any sensual pleasures, and you do not want to harm others, you do not want to torture others, etc. This kind of phenomena are not present in your mind when your mind is face to face with the object. And since you are putting effort, you are taking victory over the laziness or the boredom. And also, you are not having any kind of wrong view. In other words, you are taking victory over the wrong view also. As you are making these two factors become more and more, the mindfulness or awareness will become automatic. When you are able to note the rising, falling and other objects that arise without missing, you are developing mindfulness and awareness. When this happens, the impurities will not enter your mind stream. This mindfulness and awareness is protecting the impurities to go into your mind, so that your mind is protected from these impurities. And that is why your mind falls concentrated on the object from moment to moment. At this time, your mind will not scatter. Your mind will not wander off, and there is no more you'll be able to control your mind better. In other words, you are having victory over your uncontrollable mind. As your concentration becomes strong, you will come to know the distinction between Namarupa, and your wisdom will be developed stage by stage. Especially when the phenomena becomes rapid, you will experience